Good evening, Americans. This is your favorite alien and Bubba here on Monday, July 15th. It's almost 6 p.m. So, wanted to do a commentary and on Apollo 11. So here we go. Gee, tomorrow is going to be 50 years since Apollo 11 blasted off. Too bad Neil Armstrong is not here with us anymore. But I know that Buzz Aldrin today would probably be lamenting uh, our status today. 50 years and we wasted them. In 1969, we had Saturn V rocket. Today, if you brought any of those guys from NASA from 69, they would be saying, "What do you mean we have to pay $20 million to get a ride on the Russian rocket?" And the Russian rocket haven't improved much. So we got all our eggs on what? SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket? Is that what it's come to be? That we're relying on a corporate, which are there for profit, not for people? We got that bad? Remember when they launched Apollo 11, how the people were looking on TV, or the ones that were lucky enough to go there and look and see? It, and when it first blasted off, when it was getting off the pad, I know a lot of people had their fingers crossed because they didn't want what happened to Apollo 1 happen to Apollo 11. And remember, you had just a successful Apollo 8 back in December of 68. But you needed something in 69 because 68 was a bad year. 69 wasn't that much better, except for the sports, where you had the Mets and the Jets. They kind of made this year a little tolerable. I know the Baltimore guys, you don't like that too much, do you? Because you both lost in both sports. And you were heavy favorites, too. Ooh, bad. But anyway, Apollo 11, in 1969, the cars were starting to get stereo in their radio systems, and FM was coming into view, and printed circuits instead of the regular wires that went underneath the dash. Remember that? I remember we had a 1969 Plymouth Satellite, and my grandfather was so mad when he had to take it for service, and they said, "Oh, it's printed circuits. Then we have to get the order in for it." And boy, was he upset. But remember, this was technology. I mean, the rotary phone, you were starting getting push button phones. Yeah, kids, push button phones. Those were the top of the line. And you had a little video game, Pong. Remember that? Coming into view in 69. Computers were getting to be there, but they weren't exactly home yet. TV channels, well, you had some clickers. I mean, remotes, they were called clickers, and then because that's what they did, click, 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 and they didn't work out right, so you still had to get up and change your channel once in a while. But everybody else had to change the channels, so that's what we had, and everybody was looking forward to a good next 50 years. That by this time we would have colonies on Mars, and we would be exploiting the asteroids for raw materials that we needed down here. Heck, we don't even have a rocket to get anywhere. Isn't that embarrassing? We made strides with our remote controlled robots. Remember 1969? Mariner was the top of the line there. You hadn't launched Pioneers 10 and 11 yet. They were still in the drawing board. They were the next thing going. And Viking was just in somebody's eye. I mean, nobody had planned Viking yet. Skylab, nobody had planned that yet. The space shuttle, well, that came later. Expensive, but terrible, both Skylab and the shuttle, because of the fact that you lost the will to do things. That's the problem. You had the determination, the will, and everything in 69. You lost it all. And now you're down to nothing. This is your favorite alien saying, I'm glad Mr. Neil Armstrong's not here, and I know Buzz Aldrin, if he's still around and participating in any of the 50th anniversaries, inside he must be lamenting that, God, we wasted these 50 years. This is your favorite alien and Bubba saying good day.